What's going on, beautiful people? I've just come back from Houston, Texas in the USA. I've been gone for just over a week and yeah, I'm just coming in now. There's a few problems in the studio and some sad ones as well, to be honest with you. So let's start off with some of the positives. Most of the tanks are doing absolutely fine. They're not at their best by any stretch of the imagination, but the fish are all good, plants are growing, that sort of thing. Not very much algae. Here's a really good example of what I'm talking about. The fish have just hidden. They're not used to me being in the studio yet. Oh, I feel sad. I feel sad. Come on, guys, come and say hello. Well, yeah, look, the tank's looking good. There's a little bit of algae on the glass, like some last remains of some diatom, something like that. The plants look really, really nice. Look at the Anubias here. It's so clean. The rocks are looking good as well. Oh, there's a bit of Anubias there that's come unattached, but easy fix. Oh, hello. Hello, you gonna come up? Come and say hello to Daddy. There we go. It's me, you know me. Come on, there we go, there we go. Oh, no, not yet. I need to earn their trust back, don't I? Another thing that you might be able to pick up around the studio is there's lots of sort of water running. It sounds like a lot of the tanks are really, really down on water level and doing topping up, like Timmy's tank. Timmy's tank just needs sorting out a lot, to be honest. We had some hot weather whilst we was away. He's completely happy, by the way, and the fish are all good. They're just coming out behind him now. I've actually had babies in this tank. Just before I left, there was babies. I'm not sure if they're still going to be there now, but we'll probably have to find out shortly once I've given it a tidy up. And if you remember, just before I left for America, I took apart this tank because I set up a new one. And this tank here was the one that I set up. It's got all of the keyhole cichlids in it, and it's also got the flacker car as well, which are all out and about now and just completely happy. Look, they're right up the top. They were hiding for a bit to start with, but they're all good now. I literally set this up 2 days before, stuck in a little API quick start, been gone a week, nothing's been done to it, and look at how good it's looking. The fish are all healthy, and that's a decent amount of fish in a smaller tank. So just a testament to people that say things like beneficial bacteria is not a thing. Look at that. You can't argue with that, right? And then next to that, we've got the beta sorority, which we set up quite a while ago now. The plants are just absolutely hitting the surface, stopping some of the flow. We've got a little bit of algae on the glass there. I don't know if you can make it out. Fish looking really, really good. Plants are growing well. There's a little bit of sort of like fungally, algae stuff. Algae stuff down here on the wood, but to be expected, you know, it's still technically a new setup. And my little no-filter bowl down here is also doing really well, despite the fact the surface has been taken over by the floating plants. The fish that are doing great. You can see there my Santa Maria there, this one, there we go. That went in there as just a tiny little baby, but now it's got its full colours and everything. So yeah, this tank's doing great. It just needs a water top up, and that floating plant's taken at the top. The 200 Tetra tank is probably doing too well. And by that I mean, look up here. The plants have all grown right at the top. They've grown forwards towards the light, and as a result, it's just sort of blocked out everything else. It's an easy fix though, just sort of get in there, rip them all apart, and then it just goes back to normal. Again, a simple fix, and you can see all the fish are good, so that's not a problem at all. Similar situation on the Aquara tank. All the Aquara are good. We've got the Royals and we've got the Electric Blues there, but yeah, surface again, bound to happen over time. And my little no-filter vase that I've set up that lots of you are loving, it's got really, really good views. Needs a top up. Obviously a small volume of water will evaporate quite fast. It just needs a top up and be absolutely fine. The shrimp and snails inside are doing great. It's growing crazy as well. Look, it's literally filled right out in there. Yay, it's been like half an hour and all the guys are happy to see me again. When I say guys, I use that as like a unisex term. I don't know if that's right or not, but I always say guys for girls and boys, so there's definitely boys and girls in here. And obviously we've got all our new ones as well. Got the cobalt blues. Oh, there we go. Yep. And the red tops there, look, before I left, they were very shy, not coming out. They've obviously got used to Cape feeding whilst I was away. Yeah, doing good. So as I say, most of the tank's doing really well. The one that isn't doing well the tank is the one here, the rainbow fish tank. Now I was in the airport yesterday when Kate gave me a video call. Kate's obviously been looking after everything, and said she sees some dead fish in there, and I was thinking, please don't let it be the rainbow fish. Sadly, it was. So the first thing I said to her is, what's going on the surface? The surface was completely covered in floating plants, and that's happened in no time at all. There was a lot of plants to begin with, don't get me wrong, and you can see that just by how dark everything is, but it's never been an issue before. Now we've had a little bit of a heat spike in the UK, so the room's been a lot more hotter than usual. And I think what's happened is there's just been no oxygen in the tank for the fish because the amount of plants at nighttime. Obviously in the nighttime, the plants pull in all the oxygen for conversion, so I think that is what's happened. Now obviously it's sad when you lose any fish, but these are my favorite fish. I've had them for nearly 2 years now, and I've grown them out from tiny little babies, so to know that some of them are gone is like really distressing. I had 3 really nice Boesmanis in here, now I've only got 1. Now there's no way these fish died of old age, and I've already done water testing. So the first thing you need to do when you're getting fish dying is seeing what's going on in the water. Even before a water change, you just need to know what's going on, and everything come back fine, which is what's making me think that it's the O2 which is the issue. So I need to get an absolute ton of all of these plants out. There's too much. Also, whilst I was gone, the filter here seems to have stopped running properly, which means we're not even getting any flow coming out of the spout. Now she's not here. If she was here, she would have fixed it. Now's not really the time for jokes, is it? But yeah, it's barely moving, which means we're not even getting surface agitation. I need to strip this pretty much right back. So the tank is now completely clear. It's looking good, tons of room again. And whilst I was pulling out a load of the plants, I actually found the complete cause of the problem. So yeah, take a look at that. Completely open. The fish can go all the way around the back as well. I've stripped off a load of the hydrocotyle at the top there, just sort of cut it right back. Removed an absolute ton of all the dwarf sag. Look at the fish, that they always follow me around wherever I go. But still got that one beautiful Boesmani there. I'm really gutted, if I'm honest, because that was actually the smaller one of the group. The other 2, yeah, they're gone. I think in total, with what Kate told me she lost and some that I found down in the dwarf sag, I think I've lost about 7 of my best rainbows. But if we come around this side, I can show you what the problem was. So you can see here is where the inlet for the filter is. Now, one of the fish had died for whatever reason. I think it was actually a pleco, like a really old pleco I had, a lot bigger than this one here, bristlenose. It was one of my adults that I've had for since I started the hobby actually. It's my longest fish that I've had. We called it Goldie because it was an albino like that one, but it was so much bigger and it blocked the whole intake for the filter, and that's why the filter wasn't working, which meant there was no flow at the top. Look at it now. I haven't done anything to the filter apart from just opened up that inlet. We've got all that water flow, surface agitation, and that would have been fine for the oxygen, which is why I've always had this tank really well planted and it's never been an issue. But obviously if you stop the surface agitation with an absolute ton of plants, then there's going to be a problem. Well, there was a problem. Look at that Boesmani. Oh, I'm going to have to get some more again because I want to have my rainbows. Like, it's hard to just replace them, of course, because they won't be the same, but I'll have to have a look at that for a future video or something. I think I'm going to do a whole new scape at some point. This one's sort of had its day now. It looks beautiful, it looks natural, but I think now that these guys are getting bigger, I mean, just look at the size of this one here. That is a really big well, not compared to the fully grown adults, but for me, in this tank, it's a big size. I feel like we should do something a bit different, a bit more sort of open planned, tons and tons of swim room. I mean, there is loads of swim room now, like I say, they can come all the way around. But yeah, really sad, an accident. Could it have been avoided? I guess so, if there was less plants in to begin with. But the thing is, if it was going on for a week, then I was away, you know, these things can happen. You know, and Kate wasn't to know at all. She's not trained to look for these things. The dead fish didn't cause ammonia at all, so I know this because there was quite a few of the dead rainbows in the bottom still. The water testing showed no ammonia. You're not going to get any ammonia with a few dead fish when there's this much plant life. They're just going to use it to grow even more, which would just make the problem worse. But yeah, really sad. Hopefully some lessons learned there. Next time I see something like this when Kate's, you know, if I'm away, I can say to her, check the filter intake and check the flow as well, because with that surface agitation, it would have been completely fine, because even that rippling is enough for the gas exchange. Now, whenever we get fish losses, we can sit and dwell on it and beat ourselves up. There's absolutely no point in doing that. It's happened. I have to learn from it. I have to take responsibility for it, but I'm not going to dwell on it. So some of you might be thinking, what about your no filter tanks? How comes you don't get fish deaths like this in there? when there's no surface agitation. Well, that's because I only stock tiny little fish in them, like nanofish. I think what's happened here is loads of plants, bigger fish, they require more oxygen. They couldn't get it, therefore they sadly passed away. And that makes sense because only the larger rainbows and the larger plecos, they're the ones that have passed. Every single body that I took out was of a good size. So another lesson there, I will not be putting big fish in a no filter tank again. I've also removed all the floating plants from, well, most of the floating plants from the AQUARIAN tank here, and I'm going to be adding a filter as well because I do not want to take any chances. Again, they're bigger fish. There's only 6 of them and a few of the little tiny ones, but it is too much of a risk now. Lessons learned, we don't do that again. Look who's in. I haven't got the lights on, and that is because we're just we're bringing in more tanks. Do I need more tanks, Matt? No. But we do. Do I want more? Yeah, of course we do. It's more content. Mainly because I'm really enjoying... why is the ISO so low? There we go. Mainly because I'm enjoying it a little bit more of this style. I'm loving all the styles, if I'm honest. Now that I can see in this tank, I'm loving this style. Yeah, quite nice to go to see. Matt, I've just come back from America, haven't I? Yeah. Have you seen what's behind you?
I know, looking at that. Like, what on earth is going on?
It's an easy fix, literally just have to rip it up.
Yeah, just go in there. You got a hedge trimmer, haven't you? Just
it looks like it's dark. Well, it is dark, but that is actually what we're seeing as well. But I'm going to sort it out once we picked up these tanks. Tanks are priority. Fish are liking it, aren't they? The fish, they love it. It's probably more like their natural environment.
Yeah,
so
yeah, definitely. But now we've got, yeah.
So this is the glass. This is from Maidenhead. It's the planter, isn't it? Planter?
Yeah, the 1200
planter. Exactly the same as this one here and this one here. I'm about to redo this one, but that's not the point. Story. So this one,
hang on, you're just about to redo the 1200 planter over there, but you need another.
Of course I do. Don't question it. I know the rules. There's never enough tanks. So it's going next to this one in this gap here because this one's all sort of done with now. Sadly, my betta passed away recently, but I've had it for over 2 years. I'm pointing at nothing. I had it for 2 years. Yeah, the white one.
I had it for 2 years. Proper old there was.
And he was full adult when I got him, wasn't he? So
he was. Yeah, not a funky boy.
So yeah, that's what happens with bettas, isn't it? But
yeah,
I do miss him. Already I miss him because he was the first thing that, like, every day I'd come in and there he was. But but at least we've got Timmy on this side. One of Timmy's new babies. So there's Timmy, and then there's the. Did I just see a baby?
Yeah, there was one in the middle, just by the bulbitis there. I don't know where he's gone.
Matt's, there's one.
I've seen 3. I think I've seen 3.
Matt, point him out to me.
What, the one in the bulbitis? That he's coming out the side. We go, there he is. He's right in the open now. You should be able to see him.
Okay,
that's it.
So one fish dies and 12 more are born.
Yeah,
so.
that's it. Yeah, I've definitely spotted 3 or 4, so that's quite cool.
Yeah, in Timmy's. Timmy, this is why he's so derpy, because any other turtle, gone straight away. But my Timmy, you can live with me.
Timmy wouldn't have survived in the wild.
I don't think Timmy would have, bless him. Right, let's go get the stand. What are you doing?
Just straighten it up. Because
I don't think it's going to fall off.
No, but just OCD.
Oh, I haven't shown everyone my new car.
No.
So I got rid of the Porsche because I'm sensible. And I get something
a fish tank in.
I got something faster that fits fish tank. So I have now got the Jaguar I-Pace, which has 400 horsepower. I changed the alloys because it did have these horrible silver ones on them. It's a bit dirty because I live out in the country, right?
Yeah.
And it's good. It does those door things. They go in. But
yeah, I couldn't get in earlier. Trying to press the button. I didn't know what I was doing.
Let's go. Let's go for a spin. Right, you ready, Matt?
Yeah, hang on, I'll hold the camera.
This is Matt's first time in the car properly. So we just go along and we just boot it.
Oh my word!
It's like a spaceship. We're not breaking the speed limit.
The camera nearly smacked me in the face.
Oh, people pulling out. We're not breaking the speed limit, so it's all good.
It's fine.
Just fast. Oh, speed limit.
I think the microphone touched my face. Oh, I don't like it.
No, not a fan.
Go!
It's like we're going shopping together.
Yeah, I know.
Like a nice couple. A couple of idiots.
Don't say that.
So far, we've got one of those in the studio, and we've got these 3.
It's lunchtime, mate.
It is lunchtime, so we'll get this one back, which we have measured. It is hopefully going to fit inside my new I-Pace, but because we did it in the F-Pace before, my wife's car, and it fits fine.
Yeah.
This one's, the I-Pace is smaller.
Yeah.
Should have planned this better. Your car broke down though, didn't it?
Yeah, my car's dead.
This was all going to mine today, but we're just doing one run, which is 2 runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just...
You ready?
I think this is boring content, but it's not for me.
I like it.
It's just real, isn't it? This is what we do on a day-to-day.
Good.
We'll go to the pub. Should we take the camera to the pub?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. They're always saying to us, let us do a pub talk.
We could do, maybe if you post it to Instagram in a minute,
Yeah.
ask us some questions. Then we've got our questions set up while we're eating lunch.
Oh, that's a good shout. I'll just put pub questions for me and Matt.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to do that though. Can you do it?
Okay.
Will you show me how to do it?
Maybe. Yeah, I reckon. I've done a Q&A before.
Yeah. We're social media people, and I don't know how to do a Q&A on Instagram.
Things on Instagram that like I click on it, I'm like, oh, that's quite interesting.
I just yeah.
But you can like adjust the colour.
This is purely for us. Now. I don't think they're interested in this. So the tank just fit. Look at that. Like any more, and the boot wouldn't shut. Well, that's not a tank. That's a stand. So we get that out now and put it in place. So this is the section that the new tank's coming on. That's not English. Coming on. How on the whip. Yeah, we've been to the pub. This is the section that the new tank's going in. So these need to come out. It's on wheels, so that's easy. This will be broken down now. It's, I don't want to keep escape where the fish that I loved is gone. It's a restart.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Not that you've got enough to be getting on with, but
That's true. I don't even remember what colour I ordered. Do you?
I think we ordered one of each of the same as that. So like, is it grey and white? Grey and off-white?
Didn't I say that I wanted like darker ones because of reflections? We'll soon find out.
Yeah, we'll find out when we open them. Oh, hang on. If you put it on the wheel now, Matt.
Oh yeah.
And then stick it there. And then if one of us hops over.
What are you talking about? Great camera arm.
Got 4 different mounting brackets.
I'm just filming you saying stupid things.
My name's Bishop Matt.
So we've only had 2 pints. I think I might have gone for both grey.
Maybe.
Because I just think it would work better for reflections, but black is black, it's a bit boring, so
It might not.
we'll find out. And there we go. Another new tank as you enter. I mean, there's some horrid reflections going on right now, but that's because the door's open. I'm sure it'll be better. Yeah, shut that up. She's going to be a beauty. Obviously, I've got no idea what I'm going to do yet, but that one next to that one, it's just working, Matt, right?
Looking good.
I'm thinking, should I say something?
I think fluorescent castle.
SpongeBob
And some gravel.
SpongeBob theme?
Yeah, SpongeBob theme. For Minecraft.
Minecraft, yeah. So it's now been another week since I came home and found the dead fish. And I have to say, we definitely got to the source of the problem. It was just low oxygen in the water from too many plants heating up and zero flow in the tank because that inlet got blocked. So all the remaining fish are completely healthy and doing absolutely brilliantly. I definitely want to get some more though, to replace, well not replace, but to fill out the numbers again because I really enjoyed the numbers that I had. Maybe I'll go for some different ones. I've only got the one Bosemani now. Maybe get a few more of those and a few that I haven't actually had before as well. Now it's sad, it's annoying because this has never happened before whilst I've been here, and of course it had to happen whilst I was away, but it's something to learn from and hopefully never allow that to happen again. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you click subscribe and all that. I'll see you in the next one.